Rationality. What it is, why it seems scarce, why it matters, is a 2021 nonfiction work by cognitive scientist Steven Pinker. In this book, Pinker delves into the concept of rationality, exploring its definition, the reasons behind its apparent scarcity, and its significance in human progress. He argues that while humans have achieved remarkable scientific and technological advancements, irrational beliefs and behaviors persist, posing challenges to societal well-being. Pinker emphasizes the importance of understanding and applying principles of logic, critical thinking, and evidence-based reasoning to navigate the complexities of the modern world. Summary. Introduction. The paradox of human rationality. Pinker begins by highlighting a paradox. Humanity has reached unprecedented heights in scientific understanding and technological innovation, yet irrationality remains pervasive. He questions how a species capable of developing vaccines swiftly can also fall prey to fake news, conspiracy theories, and pseudoscience. This dichotomy sets the stage for an exploration of rationality's role in human affairs. Defining rationality. Rationality, as Pinker defines it, involves the use of reason to form beliefs and make decisions that are logically coherent and aligned with evidence. It encompasses various cognitive tools, including logic, critical thinking, probability, and statistical reasoning. These tools enable individuals to assess information objectively and make choices that enhance well-being. The evolutionary roots of rational and irrational thought. Pinker explores the evolutionary origins of human cognition, explaining that our ancestors developed mental shortcuts, or heuristics, to navigate their environments efficiently. While these heuristics were advantageous in ancestral settings, they can lead to systematic biases and errors in judgment in the modern world. For instance, the tendency to see patterns where none exist, a trait that once helped in threat detection, now contributes to the formation of superstitions and conspiracy theories. Cognitive biases and logical fallacies. The book delves into common cognitive biases that impede rational thinking. Confirmation bias, for example, leads individuals to favor information that confirms their pre-existing beliefs while neglecting contradictory evidence. The availability heuristic causes people to overestimate the likelihood of events that are easily recalled, often because they are recent or dramatic. Pinker illustrates these biases with real-world examples, demonstrating their impact on decision-making processes. The role of logic and critical thinking. Pinker emphasizes the importance of formal logic and critical thinking as foundational tools for rationality. He discusses the principles of deductive and inductive reasoning, highlighting how they facilitate the evaluation of arguments and the derivation of sound conclusions. By applying these principles, individuals can better assess the validity of claims and avoid common reasoning errors. Probability and decision-making under uncertainty. Understanding probability is crucial for making informed decisions, especially under conditions of uncertainty. Pinker explains concepts such as Bayesian reasoning, which provides a framework for updating beliefs based on new evidence. He also addresses common misconceptions about randomness and chance, clarifying how probabilistic thinking can improve judgment in areas ranging from medical diagnoses to financial investments. Correlation, causation, and statistical reasoning. Distinguishing between correlation and causation is vital for accurate interpretation of data. Pinker discusses how the confusion between these concepts can lead to erroneous conclusions, such as attributing causality to mere associations. He advocates for the use of controlled experiments and statistical analysis to establish causal relationships, thereby enhancing the reliability of conclusions drawn from data. Rationality in social context. Rationality is not only an individual endeavor, but also a collective one. Pinker examines how social dynamics influence reasoning, noting that groupthink, polarization, and echo chambers can exacerbate irrational tendencies. He suggests that fostering norms of open dialogue, critical debate, and intellectual humility within communities can promote collective rationality. The scarcity of rationality. Psychological and societal factors. Despite the tools at our disposal, rational thinking often seems scarce. Pinker attributes this to both psychological factors, such as cognitive biases, and societal influences, including misinformation and ideological polarization. He argues that educational systems should place greater emphasis on teaching reasoning skills, and that institutions should be designed to mitigate biases and promote evidence-based decision-making. The importance of rationality. In the concluding sections, Pinker makes a compelling case for why rationality matters. He asserts that rational thinking leads to better personal decisions, more effective public policies, and overall moral and social progress. By embracing rationality, societies can address complex challenges, reduce suffering, and enhance human flourishing. Top 10 quotes from Rationality. 1. The key to a good life is not to avoid suffering, but to have meaningful goals worth suffering for. 2. The only way to guard against self-deception is to demand evidence of the truth. 3. The rational man lets reality speak for itself. For when facts change, minds should change too. Logic cannot compel us to believe in something that is demonstrably false. 5. The naturalistic fallacy is a key obstacle to human progress. Just because something is natural or traditional does not mean it is good or right. 6. Ambition must be made to counteract ambition, wrote James Madison about the checks and balances in a democratic government, and that is how other institutions steer communities of biased and ambition-addled people toward disinterested truth. Examples include the adversarial system in law, peer review in science, editing and fact-checking in journalism, academic freedom in universities, and freedom of speech in the public sphere. Disagreement is necessary in deliberations among mortals. As the saying goes, the more we disagree, the more chance there is that at least one of us is right. 7. Poverty needs no explanation. It is the natural state of humankind. What needs an explanation is wealth. 8. Just as citizens should grasp the basics of history, science, and the written word, they should command the intellectual tools of sound reasoning. These include logic, critical thinking, probability, correlation, and causation, the optimal ways to adjust our beliefs and commit to decisions with uncertain evidence, and the yardsticks for making rational choices alone and with others. 9. The dream at the dawn of the internet age that giving everyone a platform would birth a new enlightenment seems cringeworthy today. Now that we are living with bots, trolls, flame wars, fake news, Twitter shaming mobs, and online harassment. 10. The cluster illusion, like other post hoc fallacies and probability, is the source of many superstitions. That bad things happen in threes, people are born under a bad sign, or an annus horribilis means the world is falling apart. When a series of plagues is visited upon us, it does not mean there is a God who is punishing us for our sins or testing our faith. It means there is not a God who is spacing them apart. These quotes encapsulate Pinker's insights into the nature of rationality, the importance of critical thinking, and the challenges posed by cognitive biases and societal influences.